everybody, and welcome to yet another Brit and Yankee Craft Beer Channel video. Today we're going down here at the Brit and Yankee Pub. I have a guest that is going to help me taste some Dortmunder lager. Why Dortmunder lager? Well, because a couple of breweries in the Chicagoland area, the Fox River area out here in the western suburbs, have released them, and we wanted to compare them. We want to compare them to the classic, which is DAB, which is the original Dortmunder export, and we'll see how that works. So first of all, I'd like to introduce my guest, coming in from his extensive trips around breweries, the one and only Illinois beer historian, Mr. John Bittermann. Come on in, John. How are you? Come on behind the bar. How you doing, John?
How you doing, Phil? Nice to see you.
I like the entrance. He comes through the England flag, which is really cool.
Should have been a German flag there.
It should be a German flag. You're right. Yeah. So Dortmunder export. What do you know about Dortmunder export other than the fact that it comes from Germany and Dortmund?
It's the original. It is the original Dortmunder style. I'm
going to crack this open so we can have our baseline here and just see how this one compares to the two local brews. So I'm going to pour you a little bit there. I'm not doing a very good on pouring there, am I?
That's all right. It'll settle down.
You can have the one without the head on that. So there we go. I'm just going to show the camera that. There we go. Beautiful color to it, light color. And that, I think, is some of the characteristics. Here, you have that one.
Well, thank you. Thank you.
And we're drinking them actually out of Kolsch glasses. That's what these long, tall, thin glasses are, which is not really what we should be doing. But hey, what the hell? We like to buck the system, right? So anyway, let's have a sip of this and see what we think as a baseline. The characteristics of a Dortmunder export. Well, I should say, this is a Dortmunder export.
Yes.
Dortmunder lager is what we're going to be tasting, and I think there's a slight difference.
In general, it's probably not a big enough difference that it matters to most of the
yeah.
Most of the consumers. They wouldn't know the difference anyway. I like this one.
Yeah. And usually these are light in color, and in fact, one of the brewers who brewed one of the beers we're going to have said it's basically a slightly less sweet version of a Helles lager, and it's
a little more hoppy too. A little more hop. You get a little bit more of the Czech Saaz hops sometimes in this.
Really?
Beer. Yeah.
I thought there'd be noble hops in here. Come
on. Right away you get that little hop and that little sulfurish that comes from that.
And I know one of the characteristics is to have a lovely white head, and you couldn't get more of a lovely white head than that one, I think. So
no, it's and the color is pretty good. Color's that nice light golden color.
And this one, and I'm going to have to put my glasses on for this, is coming in at, it doesn't say, it must say, here we go, 5%, and apparently they're supposed to be somewhere between 4.5 and 6.
Yeah.
So this is right in the middle.
Right.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm going to put that one over there. I'm going to put that glass over there. You can hang on to yours. I'm going to get a couple of glasses now, and we're going to pour out one of the beers that I've selected. Now, I have covered these up, and I can't remember which is which.
We'll find out when we're done, won't
because
we?
I have had both of these, and I just wanted to see if you preferred one over the other. Now, we're also going to have a couple of inserts in this video from the brewers who brewed this, and so you can find out a little bit about what the malt bill is and everything. So I'm going to crack this one open first, and we'll pour this one into a Brother Chimp glass, actually. So we'll start that up there. Want the Brother Chimp?
Yes, thank you.
I'll have a Church Street one. And we'll pour that in. Now, the first thing I notice is that with this particular can, which we don't know what it is, I think it's a slightly darker.
Yeah,
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, right away.
Hold it up and do a comparison. Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
in fact, it's on the camera, it's pretty dark.
Yeah. It's more noticeable on the camera than it is in
good white head, though. Beautiful white head. Let's give it a slurp.
Little sweeter.
Yeah.
Little less hoppy.
And I think a little more malty.
Yeah, certainly a little more malty than the dab version.
Yep, absolutely. That one, and I think I don't know if I've had them in different spots in the fridge, because I know if I put them in the bottom of the fridge, they always get colder than if I have them higher up. Well, that's because cold air sinks. Right?
Yes,
right,
it does. Yep.
So anyway, this is quite delicious. And Dortmund lager, as I said, was one of the biggest lagers that was produced up until I think it was World War II in Germany.
Yes.
And then after that, I think Pils took over. Pilsner took over, right?
It died down. It's when I was in Germany a few years ago, it was hard to find.
Hard to find.
It was.
Did you find it in Dortmund?
I did. Yeah. I intentionally when I went to Dortmund, I'm like, I want a Dortmunder in Dortmund, and I struggled to find one. They look at it as their father's beer.
As your father's father's beer?
This is what Dad drank. This is what Dad drank. So the kids are not drinking it. It's what Dad drinks.
I'm trying to get my variety of glasses. I've got another Church Street one here, which we'll have here, and I'll see if I need another. Oh, here we go. An art history. This is the old style brewing. This is like a Miller, right?
It's a Pilsner glass.
It's a Pilsner glass.
It's a sham Pilsner glass.
Oh, a what?
A sham Pilsner glass.
A sham Pilsner glass. That's really good. Okay, so I'm going to pull the other one out now, and we're going to get swamped with all these beers. Now, also I asked John to come here today because he is very involved in the Illinois Brewers Guild as a volunteer. And they have a program going on right now, which is called their Passport program. So in just a second, I'm going to ask you to whip it out. And I beg your pardon.
The passport, right?
The passport.
Yeah.
But let me open the second one of these. And I'm not certain if I remember which one this is. So I'm going to pour that out. You can have another. You can have the Church Street this time. How's that? Oh, I didn't do a very good job, but you get a nice head on that. Or do you want the sham glass?
No, that's all right. I'll take the Church Street glass.
See, I'm doing a lot better job pouring that one out in the sham glass. So, now, that is a little bit lighter, isn't it?
It's closer to being exactly the same color as the first one.
As the first one?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely. But, of course, the head, once again, the head is beautiful.
Yes,
fantastic head.
Nice pillowy white head.
Pillowy white head. I like that. A pillowy white head. Which sounds nasty. Sounds like something you should be popping on your face. But anyway. So anyway, I'm going to... What do you think of that? I'm going to give this one a slurp. Pretty damn close to the other one.
A little more hoppy. I get a little more bitterness in this one. Not quite as sweet as the other one.
Interestingly... Okay.
You didn't mix those cans up, did you?
No. That's the first one, and this is the second one. I should put the second one there. How's that? There we go. Okay. There we go. So we got a range of cans now. I'm gonna do that again. Here we go. Lots of flavor in that one. This one. I think that. See, I can't get the hops. I know they have the noble hops.
Oh, I can. It's one of my favorites. Okay. I love Hallertau and Saaz, and I love those noble hops, and I'm very, very good at knowing right away when they're in there.
Well, I'll tell you what. Why don't you tell me?
Although, when I tell you that I think there's noble hops in this one, and they get on there and tell you it's not, then I'm going to look like an idiot.
Oh, that's right. We look like idiots anyway while we're doing this. Listen, tell me which one you prefer. Do you prefer the first one we had, slightly darker? Do you prefer the second one we had? Or do you prefer the baseline? What happened to the can? Oh, there it is. It's over here. I got so many cans going on here. It's ridiculous. There is an intense decision going to happen.
It is. The baseline, I like slightly better than the second one.
Okay. And you're not keen on the first one we had?
No. The hops.
Okay.
I think it was just under.
And
the hops was just not where I would like them to be on a Dortmunder. And
I think actually when you have the baseline one here, I think I can tell that it's an import because it's just a little bit, it's got that kind of macro feel to it. Now, obviously they've made this and sent it across from Germany. So I think I can tell the difference between that and at least the two of these. Well, shall we do a reveal?
Okay. Oh, it's...
Okay,
is there a drum roll for this?
So the one you weren't so keen on, I'm going to rip off here, if I can. Now, when you say you weren't so keen on it, I have to admit you're okay with it.
Oh no, it's a great beer.
Yeah, we'll see what it is, but yeah, as my good friend Mark Nasky used to say, technically it's a well-made beer.
Oh yes, technically it's a well-made
beer. Here we go.
beer.
I ripped it off, and the first one is
first
from
one? Yes.
Church Street. Oh, hang on, there we go. From Church Street, and it's called Westy. Though this is their Dortmund lager that they have released. It's part of their Sanctuary series, which is just a limited amount. Now this has Pilsner and Munich malt, Hallertau hops, which is the noble hops, and the yeast is a Munich lager, and it's 5.5, so it's exactly the same as the DAB. Now that is brewed by the fine folks at Church Street, and here's Sean Gregor, who's the head brewer out there, to tell you a little bit about how he brewed it.
All right, so we got Westy. This is our new Dortmunder lager. Obviously, we keep the Helles around year-round, so we had to differentiate a little bit from our Helles. So this Dortmunder is brewed at export strength, meaning it's almost 1% stronger than our Helles, and then it's a little darker because there's some more Munich malt in it than we use in Helles. Other than that, it's just really traditional German ingredients: Pilsner malt, Munich malt, Hallertau hops, and brewed with really hard water like they have in northern Germany. So, cheers. Hope you enjoy it.
There we go. So now you know everything.
Yes.
Now we're going to get to the second one here, which I think you preferred a little more.
I did.
Yeah. And that one, oh, it's a flowery can. I can't get this off now. It is from their fine folks. This one actually is a collaboration. And this is from, oh, crush the can. There we go. This is called Rhine on the Randall. And it is a collaboration between Riverlands Brewing Company and Brother Chimp. And this one has lots of information on the back, but I'm trying to find the percentage on its side. I think this one's a little bit more. Oh, 5.8. There we go. So it's right in up to the 6%.
Yep.
And this one has a lager hop with Tettnang and Sapphire hops.
Okay.
So that one you preferred a little more to the Westy.
Yes.
Now, why is it called Westy? Well, I also talked to a good friend of mine who's up at the brewery, Chuck Fort, and he said, well, it's from the west of Germany. Western Germany is where Dortmund is, and so it's a Westy. They're stretching it a little bit, I think, with that. But so
it is West.
So and here, by the way, is my good chum, Mr. Eric Bramwell, who's the head brewer over at Riverlands, to tell us a little bit about Rhine on the Randall.
So this beer is called Rhine on Randall. It's a collaboration brew that we did with Brother Chimp out of North Aurora, and the beer style is a Dortmunder export lager. A Dortmunder export lager hails from the city of Dortmund in Germany. The style is a little different than your normal Helles or Pilsner in that the minerality in the city of Dortmund's water is much higher than other parts of Germany, which leads to a crisper and more bitter kind of effect in the beer. So we did our best in this beer to kind of recreate something close to the water profile of the city of Dortmund. We also use two hops that we use a lot here in Riverlands, Tettnang and Saphir. Anyone who enjoys our Kayak Pilsner will recognize two of those flavors, as those are two of the three featured hops in our Kayak Pils. The malt bill for a Dortmunder lager is a little bit more robust than your average German Pils, maybe slightly more robust than a Munich Helles. So for the grain bill in this particular beer, we did a three-way mix of Pilsner malt leading the way, and then a little bit of Vienna malt, and then just a dash of Munich in there to kind of lend a nice bready finish to stand up to the water profile and the hop character. Cheers.
There we go. Two fabulous local Dortmunder style lagers.
Very, very good.
Which are very good. And I would advise everybody to see if they can find some of the DAB Dortmunder export. I got this at a local store called Woodman's, which has quite a good selection of the base German beers. I'm sure you can find it in other stores. As I say, other liquor stores are available. John, tell us a little bit about the passport program. Whip it out. Let me show the camera what we're talking about. Here we go. May I? Thank you very much. So this is the passport, which looks like an American passport. It's issued by the Illinois Brewers Guild.
Illinois Craft Brewers Guild.
And in it is lists of all the breweries who are involved in this program. They're all guild members, right?
Yes, indeed. All guild members.
And then what you do is you go around them. And John, how many have you got in here?
Only like 12.
12, okay. You go around.
I've been a little lazy.
And you get a little sticker and it's signed off for you. And what's the whole purpose of doing this? Tell us a little bit.
Well, as you visit breweries, when you hit number 25, you get your little page stamped off.
Oh, right. Okay.
And a sticker, and you can send that in.
Okay.
And you can get entered into a random drawing for a gift card. And when you get to 50, you get the same thing. And 75 and 100. When you get to 100, you also get the same thing. And at each point, you win a gift card equal to the value. So a $25, $50, $75, or $100 gift card.
What it is. Okay.
You get entered into a raffle for those.
Okay.
And the object is really to get people to go out and visit the breweries.
Yeah.
Get out of their comfort zone. I mean, so many people go to the same 3 or 4 breweries, and they don't get out to some of the other ones. And the object is to try to get you to go out to some of the other breweries that you wouldn't normally think about visiting, just so you can get a little sticker and fill your book up and enter.
Now, do you have to do this all in one day?
Oh, no.
Okay, good.
No. The program started on May 9th and ends on August 9th.
Okay,
so
there we go.
You've got
the
pretty
summer.
much the whole summer. Yes, the whole summer.
What is the furthest brewery that you would have to go to get the sticker in Illinois? What's the furthest
in Illinois, from where we're at right now, would be, let me make sure they're in here.
Well, people don't know where we're at. Okay, we're actually at West Chicago, which is a suburb in the western part of suburb. I mean, if you were going to go straight south, right, you're going to hit Kentucky at some point.
We're not going to go that way.
We're not going to Kentucky because that would be part of the Kentucky Brewers Guild. So,
we're not going to Kentucky.
Okay.
There are several breweries downstate. I mean, you get south from here, you get Route 66 with Paul Lee, and you get down towards Impossible Meads, which is also involved in this, and they're a meadery with Brian, and then further south is Lincoln and Emancipation, and then you get down to the Bloomington-Normal area.
Yep.
There's several breweries participating in the Bloomington-Normal area.
Champaign-Urbana?
Champaign-Urbana has some that are and all the way down to Springfield, where you get Obed and Isaacs.
Oh, right, okay.
And I think, who else is down that way? Obed and Isaacs, I think going south from there, there's still a couple more that you can hit.
Okay.
When you get deep down in the southern part of the state. But you know what? If you're St. Nicholas, which is in Murfreesboro.
Now
you're all the way down there.
Big Muddy Brewing, folks. Big Muddy Brewing is down there.
Springfield Beer Company.
Okay.
St. Nicholas and DuQuoin.
I don't know where that is.
That's down there, too.
Okay.
That's pretty deep down there, too. And
so it's
out towards Rockford.
Oh, right.
And all the way over towards the Quad Cities. They're from one end of the state all the way through the other.
Fantastic.
You can go visit breweries, try their beer, eat the food at some of them, grab some merchandise, and get your passport stamped.
And get a beer at every place, because the breweries today need your help. And I don't know if these two guys need your help, but they certainly have made a couple of good Dortmunder lagers. I kind of like both of them, to be quite honest with you. And if I had to drop one down, I'd take the original one down, because I can taste the mass produced. These are more really nice breweries. So
they're all excellent.
All right, what do you got? You got the one that you like?
No, I've got the.
Oh, you got the Westie. Okay, I got the Westie
too.
So, all right. Well, thank you very much for coming on here, John.
Thanks for having
me.
Phil.
Really appreciate you coming down the pub. And we'll see you next time on the next Brit and Yankee Craft Beer Channel video. I don't know when I'm going to do it. It's just whenever I bloody well feel like it.
That's the life of a retired person, right?
There we go. Cheers to you, John.
Cheers.
Cheers. All the best. Go and have a beer at an Illinois brewery.